Before we get started with today's episode, I just wanted to quickly apologize for the delay for the last couple of videos. Things have been really hectic lately in my work life and my personal life. Nothing bad, just a lot of different things going on. And I actually just started construction on a new sim rig. I'll attach a picture here. I'm hoping I can put all the finishing touches of that in the next week, but there may be a week or two with no videos. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly apologize for that. I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. And without further ado, enjoy the episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the NASCAR Racing 2003 Career Mode. Today, race number 9, we are at South Boston Speedway. This is the first of 2 times that we will come to the home of former NASCAR winners Jeff and Ward Burton. We'll definitely keep an eye on the local favorites here today, but before we get started, let's take a look at the point standings. So as you can see, it is incredibly tight up at the top. The top 6 are all within 100 points. And even as far down as 13th within 160 points. Every single position in every single race is going to matter from here on out. I believe that these next 4 races are going to be incredibly important to separate the championship contenders from the rest of the field. Today at South Boston, then the next 3 races, Nazareth, Hickory, and our first test at Charlotte. Presley snags the pole today. He was about 2/10 faster than anyone else, including myself. We managed to get the outside pole. So hopefully we can get off to a good start, lead a couple of laps, and get a couple of points. But without further ado, let's take you down to Southern Virginia for the green flag.
Green flag, green flag, green, green, green. Car inside. Still there. Still there. Keep high. Clear. Inside. The next car is the leader. Keep high. The next car is the leader. Stay high. Clear. Inside. Clear.
We've already seen one exciting pass for the lead, and Elton Sawyer is out there all by himself now. See if we can catch him here in the next couple of laps. I know all of us up here in the top, really 5, have a lot of speed. Robert Presley had really the most speed. Surprising to see him as far back as he is.
Clear inside. Inside. You're now in 3rd. Stay high. Stay high.
Getting a little loose coming off the corner. Ooh, a little bit of bump in there. 26 sent us up.
Still there. Stay high. Stay high.
We're kind of trapped up here on the high side. I don't think that any passes are going to be made up here. At least not on the fast cars. All this battling that's happening back here, and Elton Sawyer is starting to put more distance between us.
Stay high. Stay high. Clear. Car inside. Keep high.
Yeah, I'm going to have to back out and just dive down to the bottom because top side, I'm just getting passed. A little bit of contact with me and Joe there, but no crash, no spin.
You're in 5th.
And Robert Presley qualified really well. He's already fallen out of the top 10.
Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear.
We've made it up to 3rd now.
Okay, we're back in 3rd.
If we can get around
We're back in
Teague,
3rd.
we can make a real shot at catching Elton now. We finally have a little bit of clear air here. We can really run our race. Now that we finally have a minute, I can talk a little bit more about the track. I really enjoyed South Boston, the little bit that I've driven here. it's a slow track. That's something that's really interesting to me is just how slow the track is. Even on green flag runs like we've seen right here, Elton Sawyer is only averaging a little under 80 miles an hour. You can get up to almost 100 if you really get a good run off the corner, but you got to drop down to about 60 to get through the corners. So it's pretty slow here. We've managed to catch Elton, and it's just he and I up here. I mean, Joe Nemechek, I think, is back there in third. He's well behind us, and I'm going to try to put my nose underneath him here. Not going to be able to pass him. Locked up the brakes just a little bit there. It's pretty clear to me already in this race that there's a fast car that we gotta beat if we want to win this race. Oh, and we get into the back of him and it loosens us up a little bit. We hold on to it. We're diving in underneath him now. This could be our chance to lead our first laps of the race. He's gonna keep the lead there.
Still there. Here comes the leader.
But we might be able to pass him now. And it looks like we're going to be able to complete the pass. And a quarter of the way through the race, we take the lead for the first time. Lap traffic in this race, as always, will make things interesting. The track is slow enough that I think we'll be able to avoid it becoming a wreck fest like some of the previous tracks we've gone to. It's been clean so far. I wouldn't mind if we stayed like that. When we're going around these slower cars, I actually am able to pass on the outside. But around the cars that are as fast as I am, that's not really possible. And you can see right here, I'm coming up on the local guys. Jeff Burton up there in the Armor car, and Ward in the Texas Pete car. They're not doing so hot. Jeff Burton in real life finished second here at the first South Boston race.
You're up top, 3 wide, inside, car inside. Inside. Still there.
Oh, we got really loose there and hard into the wall.
Clear.
Hopefully that doesn't affect our performance too much. That one hurt for sure. Oh, we got big into Steve Grissom. Caution is out.
Race back to the line. Clear inside. Pit road is closed. Clear outside. That car's a lap down. Okay, we're under caution.
Looking at the replay here, Grissom was just going really slow into the corner. Maybe I overdrove it a little bit, but we did good to save it, but the caution will still come out for that. I'm going to pit. I'm going to take tires.
Limits 35. Keep it under 2,500. In second, the pace cars on the front straight. Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road. The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the back straight. The pace cars in turn 3. Go, go, go! Keep it to 35. Keep it under 2,500. In second.
Good stop there. We'll come out in first. Alright, a weird rule situation where we're going green, we're leading, but because of the way the lead laps cars have fallen, we're actually at kind of the end of the pack.
Pace cars in.
But we're going to go green here, once again, at South Boston. The cars behind us are really the only ones fighting for position right now. You can see Robert Presley made it back, and Elton Sawyer's trying really hard to get an early lead here on this run.
Clear.
And Patty Moyes is right behind me as well. She's a lap down. She's fighting to get her lap back.
Car inside.
Tommy Houston is on the lead lap.
Clear inside.
And whoa, a little contact from Robert Presley into the back of us. Managed to save it there, but it's really congested here with those of us who are fast going head to head against those of us against the cars who are not.
Still there. Stay low.
Yeah, it's getting really congested here. I hate the 3 wide at any of these small tracks.
Clear outside.
Elton's up there. It's going to be really hard to fight up there and get to him.
Keep low. Keep low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Stay low. You're on the bottom.
And
3
Presley's
wide.
trying to try to pass us on the outside.
Clear
I'm just
outside.
realizing that earlier I called the 47 Patty Moyes. That's actually Billy Standridge. He's running part-time. Didn't recognize the car. But he actually is on the lead lap. So that is a
Stay low.
battle for position there. There's 5 of us who are kind of,
Clear outside.
quote-unquote, on the lead lap up here.
Still there. That car's a lap down. Keep low.
Whoa, and we got really loose coming out of that one. And the caution did not come out. We stay green even though we've spun. It makes sense that the caution wouldn't come out. We were kind of all alone when we spun. Thankfully, there was really only 5 of us at the back of that pack, so even though I lost a lot of time on that pack, I don't actually lose a ton because I'm still in 5th. We are slowly gaining a few tenths on Robert Presley every lap. We did just set our fastest lap of the day, but to be fair, this is the hardest I've been driving all day. Even though our tires are a little worn, it does make sense that this would be the fastest laps of the day.
Car's a lap down.
And wow, that was a fast lap, 17.3. That wouldn't have been good enough for pole, but it would have been good enough for second, which I got. And just as we kind of got into a great rhythm hitting our marks, now we're back with the lap traffic, and I see Presley. I can see some of the cars that I'm fighting for position. And I do see Elton up there. I think he may still be in the lead. No.
Clear.
Tommy Houston is in the lead. And I don't see him. Though I'm not looking too hard. I'm trying to focus on driving and not crashing into people.
That car's a lap down. Car outside.
And we did the exact same thing again, coming off the corner, getting really loose. Chuck Bound's gonna pass us. And I just pushed it a little too hard there coming out of turn 2. But you can see the tire marks are almost identical to the ones I laid down earlier. Once again, no caution for that. So now we're back in 6th. Now we got Chuck Bound to contend with. And this is just kind of digging us a bigger hole. Winning the race is now looking a little more impossible without the help of a caution. When I'm paying attention and I'm hitting my marks, I'm really not full throttle where you can see those tire marks coming. So what it is when I'm battling for somebody and I'm thinking more about driving against somebody, I end up giving it a little more gas than I need to try to get the car to rotate underneath them, and it ends up causing me to spin. So I just need to keep focusing on my marks, keep focusing on driving against the track and not against other people. As evidenced by the fact that I've been able to catch up twice after spinning, I have a very fast car. Now, of course, it does help that the people I'm driving against are being held up by lap traffic, but we are fast. Tommy Houston, though, is very fast, and I don't believe we can see him. He's got almost 5 seconds on Elton Sawyer, who's right in front of us.
Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside.
Passing Joe Nemechek, who's fallen off. He was really fast earlier, kind of getting into the back of Ward. He
We're back in third.
slammed on brakes.
Back in third. Clear outside.
Two car of LD Ottinger, he was fast earlier as well, but he's fallen back and is now a lap down. Elton Sawyer remains up here, and he does have speed, we know that. 3/4 of the way through the race now, and we find ourselves in a good position. We're in third, we're knocking on the door to second, but first is looking more and more out of reach.
That car's a lap down. Car outside.
Now that we're up here, I can occasionally see Tommy Houston up in front of us, but the idea that we can catch him in 20 laps is looking more and more bleak. We are side by side with Elton Sawyer here, and we're able to duck down underneath him.
Clear. Outside.
And a wreck behind us,
Race back to the line. Pit road is closed. Clear. We
and
got
that changes everything. Admittedly, I got a little loose coming out of the corner once again, but I don't think this accident had anything to do with me. I think that Bobby Labonte just kind of got into the 41 there, turned him around. I'm going to be watching Tommy Houston. If he comes down pits, I definitely will.
Pit road is now open.
He's not, which means I got to risk staying out. I got to keep my track position. There's still quite a few cars that'll be on the lead lap, and track position now is more important than ever, I think, with only 19 laps to go. But it does mean that I'm going to be fighting on much weaker tires, given the fact that I've had a couple of slide jobs through the backstretch. Getting ready to go green here. I can see there's 14 cars on the lead lap, so had we pitted, we'd be in 14th, and we'd never get back up here. So I think we made the right call by staying out, but we'll just have to see if we can
Get ready now. Going green.
have enough to challenge Tommy Houston here.
Green, green, green. That car's a lap down. Inside. Still there.
We're right on his bumper right from the start.
Stay high. The next car's the leader.
We touch.
Clear. Inside car's the leader.
Oh, I tapped the back of his bumper once again.
The next car's the leader. Stay high. Keep high.
I'm just trying to keep him from getting down low, because if he manages to sneak down low before I can,
Clear inside.
then I might not ever get a chance.
Inside. Stay high. Keep high.
And I'm also trying to keep Elton Sawyer from diving down low, because if he gets underneath me, which he has, that could also pose a problem for
Still
us.
there. Clear inside.
Because now he could make a run for the lead.
Clear inside. Car inside. Clear. Car inside. The next car's the leader. Still there.
And it looks like Elton Sawyer may lead this lap.
Keep high.
This is going to be a very wild final 10 laps.
That car's a lap down. Clear inside.
I'm diving down low, going to try to get underneath Tommy Houston here, going to retake second. And now, once again, we're fighting to catch Elton Sawyer.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there.
We got Bobby Labonte in between us right now.
Car outside. Still there. That car's a lap down. You're back in second. Stay low.
8 laps to
Still
go.
there.
And Bobby Labonte looks like he's trying to get his nose underneath Elton Sawyer.
That car's a lap down. Car inside. The next car's the leader.
Gonna try to pass Bobby on the high side. Really sent it in there. We got around him. Now it's me and Elton.
Outside.
7 to go.
The next car's the leader. Just 5 more to go. Clear outside.
Down to the final 5 laps, and this is giving me flashbacks to Bristol. Mark Martin.
Inside. Stay
Try to
high.
send it high, see if I can
Clear
do it, but we're getting really loose. It's gonna be tough.
Car inside. Keep high. Clear inside.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to pass him on the high side.
Stay high. Clear inside.
I just can't throw it in far enough without risking getting loose.
Keep high.
But this
Still there.
is the fate that we've gotten ourselves into now.
Here comes the leader. Car inside. The next car's the leader. Still there. The next car's the leader. Stay high. The next car's the leader. Clear inside. Just 2 to go.
2 laps to go here.
Inside. Stay high. Here comes the leader. The next car's the leader. Clear inside.
I'm really trying to squeeze him down. Making contact. We're coming to collect the white flag.
Clear inside. Inside. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Clear.
I'm gonna try to hit him on the bump and run on the next corner. We touch. I get underneath him.
Clear. Car outside. Clear.
I'm spinning.
Car outside. The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
I'm not sure if I crossed the finish line.
All right. There's the checkered flag.
What an unbelievable finish. I bump Elton Sawyer out of the way for the bump and run. Try to slide underneath him. Get loose coming out of the corner. Elton Sawyer takes the checkered flag. Tommy Houston second. I'm not sure where I finished, if I finished 3rd or 4th. Bobby Hamilton was here in 4th, and we'll just have to see here when he crosses the finish line. I don't know if the backside of my car counts as crossing the finish line or it's when the front of my car crossed. I did back up and get my front end to cross the finish line, but hard to tell. I think we may have come in 3rd or 4th or 5th. It's hard to say from the replays. And wow, what an incredible finish. Elton Sawyer comes away with the win. Tommy Houston, Bobby Hamilton. The game does say that we finish in 4th. It's still a top 5, but what a wild ride at the end there. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That's all we have for today. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.